Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Katie. I'm the creator behind Cuddly Blessings, and I'm here to share with you all the things that I know about crochet, crafting, and sprinkle in a little bit of the gospel along the way. I hope that you enjoy what you see here. If you would, give a like and subscribe if you do so that you can follow along for more videos like this. Today, I'm going to talk about everything that has happened this week. We're going to work a little bit on one of my pattern tests that I have yet to finish. I'm going to show you the other two pattern tests that I completed, and then we're going to talk about some of the other things that we need to do this week, and we're going to work on packing some orders because I had a crazy amount of Synchroni orders. So I'm going to go ahead and launch into the video because we've got a lot to cover today. I'll see y'all in a second. Hey y'all, so like I mentioned, I worked on 3 different pattern tests this week, and it was a lot to do in one week, but it was also my last round of pattern tests that I'm doing until I finish my own pattern to release and test myself. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm ready to get into it, but I wanted to make sure that I finished all of these ones that I signed up for, and I was really excited about them, so it wasn't like it was a burden or anything like that. So the first one that I finished this week was for Snuggle Beans Crochet. She came out with 2 new bundles of splooting animals, and she's got the individual patterns too, so you don't have to buy them in a bundle. I definitely recommend it. Right now, at the time of recording this video, they're 25% off, so I definitely recommend it if you love the splooting animals, and you guys just have to see how adorable this is. Oh my goodness, look. I'm not even trying to amp y'all up. Look how adorable this is, and look how beautiful these eyes are. These eyes are mine, by the way. They're my Unicorn Dreams collection with a black whimsical pupil is how they're listed. They're 30 millimeter, and she recommends using 30 millimeter eyes on all of her splooting animals, 30 to 35 millimeter, I believe. But yeah, look how cute, the little booty. Now I added a little bit of a curl to the tail. She still had some curl in hers. I think it curled at the end and then it was straight up top. I did the curl all the way down, but obviously you could do whatever you wanted. And I did the long body. So there's an option for doing a longer body or a shorter body. I did a long body because I added pellets. It's my first time of adding pellets. I think I added too much stuffing. I think I should have done just the pellets and no stuffing in it, none of the polyfill, because I think that prevents it from being like as squishy. The feet feel so good and so cute, and with the feet I only did pellets. I didn't do any polyfill. So I think that's the only thing that I would do different next time. But what do you think? My husband picked out the colors for her, and I think he did a fantastic job, and I'm just so in love. But she's out already, and like I said, she is part of a 3-pack bundle. There is a secondary 3-pack bundle that is out as well, and then there's all kinds of bundles that she already had even before these patterns. So definitely go check out Snuggle Beans Crochet on Etsy and Instagram and see what else is available that you might like. So that's Mitzi. She's been tagging along this week with me. And then I have these adorable little ghosts. Look how cute. I love it. Okay. Serious face. I do love them. But these are from Mamacita's Stitches. But she has this little bundle of Mr. and Mrs. and they come with the bow and the mustache and the top hat pattern as well. And I just absolutely adore the way that she does the frill at the bottom. It is different than how I've seen anybody else do their frill at the bottom of their ghost. That's not normally how you see it, and I love the way that she did it. It just looks so cute to me. And again, these are more of my Synchroni eyes. I don't know that I have the orange ones up on my shop yet. In fact, I know that I don't because I haven't decided on a name yet. I was thinking like Tangerine Flames, but I wanted something that was like maybe a little bit spookier, more Halloween related, like maybe like Pumpkin Embers or, oh, there's the top hat, just exposed me. I haven't sewn it down yet. If you guys have a suggestion for the name of the eyes, let me know. But I'm going to be adding those to the shop here soon. And then these are my Unicorn Dreams eyes again. You'll notice that I use them in like everything because they are like multicolored. They go with pretty much any pattern. I use them for almost every single plushie that I make. So you'll notice them a lot in my videos. But those are the two that I had for Mamacita stitches. And then now I am working on Caspian, the Dragon of Light for Loop and Love Crochet. And this is going to be super cute. I'm working with 3 different colors right now. I've got mint for the main body, and then I have banana. I'm not going to bend down and get the full stain off the floor. I've got banana for my main accent pieces, and then I have tangerine for some of the smaller accent pieces. You don't have to use 3 colors for this. You can definitely do it with 2 different colors. You could even do it with 1 if you wanted the horns and everything and the wings to match the body. But definitely like a 2-color pattern compatible, but she does have a few items that she does a 3rd color for, so I thought I would work this tangerine in because I really loved the way that it came together with these 2 colors. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm gonna work on that for a little bit, so I'll let y'all join me. And then once we get to a stopping point or finish, I would like to finish today, but if I can't finish, once we get to a stopping point, then I'll check back in and we'll talk about what we're gonna do next. See y'all in a minute. I have to show you guys this. So I am testing out some of my new stitch markers before I put them up. They're gonna go onto my Palm Street Live storefront first so that I can sell them during my August 10th live stream. So if you guys want first dibs, join the August 10th live stream. I'm testing out this new clip type, this bow. I have to say the first couple of times that I clipped it on and off, I wasn't a huge fan, but I wanted to stick with it because I love how adorable it is. And sometimes like just working them in is a little bit painful. So I could like work in the clips for you guys and then post them. But we're going to see. I'm continuing to use it. I'm liking it more as time goes on. So I figure I'll use this a little bit today, and then I will switch it out for a new one and see if I just needed to get used to the new clip type or if all of them are going to be painful in the beginning when you get the new ones and they need to be broken in. But yeah, so that's the cute little stitch marker that I'm using. Little mushroom with a smiley face. Absolutely in love with it. And then I have some more of my star clasps that I love. These are my favorite for like a decorative one that you can use as a stitch marker piece. So I've got some silver ones of these coming in that I think will be really cute with the mushrooms. And I've got some other stitch markers that I'll show you guys later in this video that we'll work on. But I would love to use the colorful bows if I can, especially because I have some really, really cute balloon animal dogs that I used the bows on. Now they're definitely stitch markers that are meant for like the heavyweight, like jumbo 7 yarn when it comes to the balloon dogs, but they are absolutely precious. I'm like head over heels in love with them. So I've got to make sure though that the clasps actually work well and they're not just pretty, but they're also functional. I don't want to sell something that people are like super excited about and then they get it and they're like, this was a flop. I can't even use it. We'll keep playing with them. We'll keep testing them. I think that they're absolutely adorable. So if I don't have to switch out the tops, I don't want to. So we'll see. Our legs are done. We have our wings complete. We have our wings, and then we have our belly patch and our head. I don't think I've shown you guys the eyes yet. These are the ones that I picked. I had some that were teal with a yellow background, and then I had these yellow ones that I made with my Unicorn Dream sparkles, And surprise, surprise, I picked my Unicorn Dream Sparkles. I literally don't know why I make any other kind of eyes because that's all I use. But yeah, so that's where we're at. We need to make the 2 arms and then the main body and then the horns and the tail and spikes. So we are probably halfway through-ish. So I'll check back in a bit. Oh man, I don't know. I don't think I can make another 12 stitches. I was playing yarn chicken with this leg and I was hoping that I would make it, but I don't think that this is going to make me another 12 stitches. If it does, it definitely won't make it the rest of the way for me to crochet it shut. So we're going to go ahead and break out our second skein and tie that on. So it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're okay. Hi, baby. What are you doing? You want to come say hi? Come here. Say hi, baby. Oh, you're so precious. Our arms are done. Next piece, we're working on the horns, and I'm really torn. Do I do them in yellow or do I do them in orange? And I don't know. No, I'm gonna do them in orange. I'm gonna do the horns in orange. If I don't like it, I can always change it. So I'm gonna get my orange and I'm gonna do the horns real quick, and then I think all we have left to do is the main body, the tail, and the spikes. So we're getting close. Hey y'all, so I'm back and I've made quite a bit of progress. I've got the body and the legs and I sewed on the belly patch. I need to do the rows that add the arms because the arms and the legs are crocheted in, which is really nice. I love when patterns have that. But I need to do that part, and then I need to do the tail of the dragon and the spikes. But I am going to frog these real quick. These are the wings, and I've gone back and forth with Heather, the creator of the pattern, a little bit on different ideas of how she could do the wings, because she wasn't quite settled on exactly how she wanted to do them. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to frog these and redo the wings with duplicating the same pattern for both of them. Instead of having one for a right and one for a left, we'll just do 2 of the same and see what that looks like and if she likes it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that part now, and I will check back in once we're done. Okay, new plan. I am having a heck of a time getting this to frog. The way that I fastened it off, I don't know how I did it, but I did it so well that I cannot get it undone so that I can frog it properly. I am about to snip this so that I can get past this part and hopefully make some kind of progress with frogging it. If I can't, I am literally just going to use some new yarn and just call it quits with this, because I'm not going to spend all night trying to get this undone. As much as I love yarn and I don't like wasting yarn, it's not worth all of that trouble. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Yes, that was the best decision of the night. Yes. Okay, so we have officially frogged the first wing that we needed to frog, and this is Premier Basic Chenille. For anyone who's curious, this is what it looks like after it's frogged, and this is what it looks like before being frogged. I'll take one strand of each and put them side by side. The bottom is after frogging, the top is before. Not much of a difference, actually. They're pretty similar. So it holds up fairly well, at least when you frog it one time. And it doesn't shed a whole lot. It does shed some. I mean, that's common with blanket yarns and chenille yarns when you frog them. But it does a pretty good job. Not a whole lot of fuzzies, especially compared to some of the other chenille and blanket yarns out there. So that being said, I'm going to get to it because it's getting late and I really, really want to finish this tonight before I go to bed. Okay, I'm back with another check-in, but I ran out of yarn here. So I just really don't feel like messing with having to hide and tuck where I attach the yarn to this. Does that make me lazy? Does that make me wasteful? Probably, but I'm not going to do it. So I'm going to just put this to the side. I can probably use this for my spikes later, so it's not a complete loss, but I'm going to frog it again, and I am going to just use what is on my skein to redo the wings for now. And hopefully when I come back, the wings will finally be done, but we'll see what happens. I will see you soon. Oh, and if you're wondering why I'm standing, it's because somebody stole my spot again. Go figure. Hi, I'm back. Okay. I have finished one of the wings. So this is all done. I need to like snip or weave in this last little bit. I crocheted it in, but it is still sticking out just a little bit. So I just need to tuck that in, but looking good. Next time I check in is probably going to be further along than the next wing. I'm going to try and go ahead and just like power through and see if I can get the rest of the, yes, I just threw a fuzzy, don't judge me. I'm going to see if I can get through the rest of the pattern, at least get everything crocheted up so that I can start assembly, because I still need to do the tail and the spikes on this. So quite a bit left for where I wanted to be at this point in time. So I will be back. Hey y'all. So I wasn't able to finish the dragon last night. I hit a wall and I just had to go to bed. But I woke up really early this morning and I finished him, and then I took a nap, and now I'm ready to show you guys. So let me bring him in here. Look how cute he is. I love him. I love him. I love him. He turned out so adorable. There's his wings and his little legs and arms. And then I love this. I love his profile and how good it looks. Look at those spikes all the way down his tail. And then there's the back view. I love him. I think he turned out so good. He's got the Unicorn Dreams eyes, 30 millimeters with a yellow whimsical pupil. They're on my Etsy shop, linked below. But the pattern is by Loop and Love Crochet. Heather is the name of the designer. She always makes beautiful patterns. I mean, always. I love every one of them that she makes. Another one that she made, this Gus Gus pattern as well, which I absolutely adore. And he will be on my Palm Street Live. I don't know if anybody is going to take him, but him and Caspian, the Dragon of Light, both of them will be on my Palm Street Live, which is going to be this upcoming Sunday, August 10th at 2 p.m. Central. So if you're interested in either of them, you'll find them there. If you want to make one of your own, you can go to Loop and Love Crochet. On Instagram, you can find the link to her Etsy shop, or if you just go over to Etsy and you search for Loop and Love Crochet, you can find her shop, and she has all of her patterns on there. But that is what I worked on so hard, and it was so worth it. I mean, just look at, I love the profile the most. Like, it's just so cute. His little chubby tummy, his beautiful wings. You can see all of his little toe nuggets. You can see all the spikes. I might even, now I just did exactly what the pattern called for, but I could also see like adding more spikes in between. So I might go back and add some more. I might even like add like yellow ones in between. But I think that the 5 is actually like perfectly spaced. It's really cute. And then I ended up doing yellow for the main horns and orange for the spikes. I wasn't sure which one I would prefer. And I still think I could have done orange for the horns and yellow for the spikes. I still think I could have done that. I just wanted more orange in the pattern. So that's why I ended up doing that. So I really loved it. And then, because I haven't ever shown my Gus Gus on here, and I love him. She did such a fantastic job on this. She has Gus Gus and she has, what is Gus Gus's, what is your friend's name? Jack Jack. She has the pattern for Jack Jack as well, which I haven't done Jack Jack, but it's definitely on my bucket list of patterns that I want to do. So eventually I will make a Jack Jack when I have some extra time on my hands. I just have so many projects right now, I can't do it, but eventually I will make a Jack Jack to go with him. And I will probably keep Jack Jack and Gus Gus for myself, but I am going to sell this Gus Gus if somebody wants him. If nobody wants him, then I might just permanently keep him. I'm not going to be upset about it. That's my little plug for Loop and Love Crochet. All right, so now it is about 5:40 in the evening, and I have a ton of orders that I need to pack up. So I'm going to work on packing orders for a little bit. I need to finish writing my thank you cards for them, get them all prepped and ready to take to the post office. And then I need to work on a couple of things for both my social media page and for the Palm Street Live that I have coming up. I'm going to go ahead and start on the orders now. Hey y'all, so I'm going to take a little break from our cards. We'll get back to packing orders and writing thank you cards in a little bit, but my hand is starting to hurt, so I think I'm going to spend a little bit of time doing some stuff prepping for my Palm Street Live that's coming up this Sunday, August 10th at 2 p.m. Central. And I'm going to go ahead and work on the stitch markers because that's what I really want to do right now. So I'm going to pull that out and we'll figure out what we're going to do about replacing these bows. I did get the star clasps in, so I think I'm going to use those for quite a few of these. But yeah, let's pull out some fun stuff. I do still need to absolutely finish this tonight, so I'm not going to put it off for very long, but I think we'll spend just a little bit of time working on this while my hand takes a little bit of a rest, and then I will get right back to packing orders. So let's do it. Okay, I have these really cute ones that are already done. These are the small gold Labubus. They come with the little tiny Labubu. I don't know if it'll focus on him. There you go, that's a little bit better. And then it's got the star clasp, which I absolutely love these, as you guys know. So I've got a bag full of these, and they come in multiple colors. So I think I'm just going to do sets of 3 on these and do like a random 3 colors. And then the next ones that I want to work on are these cute little mushroom charms. I think that they're adorable. Aren't they? Aren't they so cute? But I have these in 5 colors. Pink, purple, blue, yellow, and green. And these are the ones, if it made it in the video, that I had attached to the bow clasp. Give it a background so that it can actually focus on it. That's probably enough that you can tell what it is. So they've got the bow clasp, but I just really did not like how it felt and how it worked. So we're going to start with removing this from this clasp, and I'm going to try it out and see if one of these other ones that work well will look just as good. Okay, we have new chains on these. Well, I guess technically not new chains, but we have new clasps. So we have reminder. These are our cute little mushroom stitch markers, and I have these chains on here now, which, or these clasps. Why do I keep calling them chains? But these clasps are definitely way better than the ones that we had. They work super well when it comes to using them as stitch markers. So I've got those two, and then I have this pink one. This is done with larger jump rings because I didn't have a jump ring color that was the proper size. Well, that was the smaller size that matched this properly. So I just went with the bigger jump rings. It really doesn't change anything, doesn't really affect it. It still looks super cute, still very useful, and honestly the length really isn't that much more. So here's one with the jump ring sizes that I was using. So I love it though. I think these are super cute. I think I'm gonna finish these out, and I'm gonna figure out on a different day if I want to sell these individually or as pairs or as a 3-pack. I haven't decided yet on that front. But I'm not really worried about that today. Today I just want to at least get my stitch markers created. I switched over to my silver star stitch clasps. I think that is absolutely adorable, and I also had a very limited supply of the color U clasps like these. They also didn't really match the colors for the rest of them. Didn't really match the colors on the other ones directly, but it was cute. Like it was a cute offset of shades, whereas I don't feel like this really goes together as well. So that's what I did. I went ahead and I made those 3 with the color clasps, and then the rest of them I made with these star clasps. Let me get up so that you guys can see that better. Yeah. So I made them with the star clasps here. I really love how it turned out. I think it turned out really cute. We've got blue as well. We've got yellow. We've got purple. And we've got pink. All of our different colors are here. And now all of the star ones are done. So love how that turned out. Excited. These are the next ones. The little chickens with a little egg. Look at that. Look at it. I love it. I love it so much. And I love that it actually like dingles the egg. So stinking cute. Love them. Again, with my star charms, I just absolutely love them. But I'm going to work on these, and then I will, after I get done with those, I'm going to end the night working on the rest of my stitch markers after I finish my orders. So, hey y'all, I am back and I wanted to check in. So I have finished the stitch markers that I'm going to work on for tonight. I just showed you the chickens, and I don't know why I went ahead and put them back in the bag knowing that I was going to show them to you. But I have to show y'all these. So I used more of the colorful clasps that we have, and of course some of the stars. So some of these have colorful clasps and some have the star clasps. Y'all will have to tell me which ones you like better. But look at them. I can't. I just want to squeeze them. They're so cute, capybaras. I'm all about the capybaras with everybody else. I think that they're freaking adorable. And I have, there's 5 different designs. And so there's 2 of each of the 5 designs. So I did one with a colorful clasp and then one with a star clasp. And look at it. I can't. Okay. I don't know how to pair them up. I think that I'm going to do them in sets of 2. So here are my thoughts. Since I have like one with a star and then one with a color clasp, I thought I could do the set of like the same, but one is a color and one is a star. Or I could do a mix and match where it's like, okay, you get a set where both have the color, but they're like 2 different ones. So you get like this, but it's a pain when I'm trying to show y'all. So like this set, we've got the little bow tie cappy and we've got turtle cappy together, and they both have the colorful clasps, which by the way, I think this is like my favorite duo. But I could do it that way instead of doing like the same one with a color and one with a star. Instead, I could do like both have the color clasp, and then it's 2 different cappies. Or another one that we could do is like another example on the star side would be these 2 here. So like we have bow tie cappy and fish cappy together. And they've got like the star clasps on each of them. And then that way the person could pick whichever clasps they prefer. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. What should I do on this front? Because I'm really kind of torn on how to pair these up. I haven't really done it in my shop before, and I want to do it in a way that people will like it. For me personally, like I'm gonna want to buy something in sets. So like when I go and I look for something, I'm gonna look for it in like a 2-pack or a 3-pack so that I can have some variety, but I also don't want like duplicates in that pack unless I like super love the print or the design or whatever the variety is. So I'm kind of torn on that front, and I don't know what other people would like. So let me know what you think. We've got the cappies, and I also worked on these big Labubus. So I showed you my small Labubus, which are the gold stars. And I will show you those again as a quick refresher. They're the ones that I show all the time because they're the ones that I made first and I've had for the longest. So that's the ones that I showed you earlier. But now I have these little cuties that come in their own little overalls. And they each have the silver star clasp on them. And there's, again, 5 varieties of these ones as well. So, but those will all be in the silver on those. So we've got the gold version, and then the silver version is the big one. The gold version is the smaller one and a little bit closer to the like traditional labubu style, I would say. And then we've got our little mushies. I love how those turned out. And now I am working on, oh, we can't forget our little yarn chickens, which I love. I absolutely love how every one of those turned out. They're super, super cute. And I think that this would be a really cute option for if you've got an item that was like a work in progress and you need to stop on it because you're like, hey, I don't think I have enough yarn for this. You could snap this on as a reminder when you find it 5 months later and you go back to it and you're like, oh, this was a work in progress that I was not sure that I had enough yarn on, or I ran out of yarn on. I thought that that could be like a cute little indicator. But regardless, I think we have some really cute ones going. And then now I'm working on some of the balloon animal dogs. I have the ones that I popped up in a picture earlier on this that are already done, but I do need to change out the clasp. I love them so, so much. And I really love them with this bow clasp. It just doesn't work for your standard amigurumi yarn. At least not the standard chenille amigurumi. I know that there are people out there that like to work with cotton and acrylic for amigurumi, and I could see this working for those yarns because they're less bulky, but at the same time, this is a very large and bulky stitch marker. Let me show you for reference. We have our capybara, which I would say is more like a regular size, and then you have next to it our balloon animal. So it could still work. It would just be pretty large stitch marker. So I see this more as like something that you would use with blanket yarn or jumbo like size 7 yarn. And in that situation, considering the size 6 I was working with, I felt was too bulky for the clasps on these. The size 7 will absolutely be too bulky. So that's where we're at. I'm going to think a little bit more on, do I want to get hearts that are color coded to match these balloon animals, or do I want to go with the silver or gold that I already have in stock? And I think on the inside, I really, really want to go with a colored one. So I'm going to look and see if Amazon has any available where I could get it in a reasonable amount of time. And if they don't, I'll go with the gold and silver for now for the Palm Street Live. And then I can explore getting the colorful clasps on a future iteration. So that being said, I'm going to take a break from this for a little bit and I'm going to get back to packing orders so that I can get those finished tonight. It is getting pretty late around here and I want to get to bed at a semi-decent time so that I can get up and go to the post office, drop everything off, and go about my day with working on our Palm Street stuff. So tomorrow I will be checking back in, but it will be for next week's vlog because I also want to finish editing this and post this vlog tonight for you guys. So hopefully this goes up tonight or tomorrow for you guys to be able to watch it. And in the meantime, I'm going to be working on all of your lovely orders and getting them ready to go out. Anyways, I hope y'all really enjoyed this week's vlog. I had a lot of fun working on these tester calls with you guys that I was so graciously picked for. I had a lot of fun working on stitch markers and packing orders. I always enjoy sharing all of my tips and tricks with you guys. If you have any questions that I didn't answer in the video, drop them in the comments so that I can answer them for you. And I hope that I see you guys on our Palm Street Live that's coming up. It's going to be August 10th at 2 p.m. Central, if you didn't hear me the other 1,000 times I said it. But I'm going to be on there stumbling through my words, talking awkwardly to myself while you stare at the screen and watch all of these beautiful plushies and stitch markers march across it. So it should be a blast, and I hope to see you there. If not, I will definitely see you guys back here next week for the next vlog, where we'll talk about everything that I put together for the Palm Street Live, and I will hopefully have a recap for you guys on how it went. So if you are not subscribed, you will want to subscribe to my channel so that you get reminded for it. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe, and throw in a little yarn emoji in the comments section if you made it all the way to the end of this video. I thank you so much for watching. I love all of my cuddly blessings, and until the next one, I'm going to leave y'all with this Bible verse.